I'm Tony Schrader, Chairman of the Putnam County Republican Party. Welcome to another episode of Putnam County GOP TV. We're going to be talking with some of our candidates on the ballot this year, and one of the most important races for us this year is the Putnam County Probate Juvenile Court Judge. I wanted to introduce to you today, well, he doesn't need much of an introduction. Most of you know him already. I wanted to introduce, though, our candidate, Matthew Cunningham, our endorsed candidate by the Putnam County Republican Party for Probate Juvenile Judge. Matt, it's good to have you here today.
Well, thank you, Tony. I want to thank you for inviting me on GOP TV for this interview.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Tell us a little bit about your background.
My background consists of the practice of law. I'm a third-generation attorney. My grandfather, Claude Recker, started the firm, and both my mother and father, my mother Ann Cunningham and Paul Cunningham, worked for my grandfather. And when I graduated from law school, I came back to Ottawa, Ohio, and continued on with the firm.
Oh, great. How long have you been practicing?
I came to work in Ottawa in May of 1999.
Wonderful. And we're glad to have you back in Ottawa and serving the citizens here in Putnam County. You've had a long experience both in private practice and serving as a magistrate on the Putnam County, the Hancock County Municipal Court.
It's actually the Findlay Municipal Court.
The Findlay Municipal Court. Tell us a little bit about that.
The Findlay Municipal Court started a magistrate program in 2017. I was requested to apply for the position. I went through the interview process and I was hired as a magistrate over at Findlay Municipal Court, and I've been a part-time magistrate at Findlay Municipal Court handling traffic misdemeanor criminal cases for the last 3 years now.
And from what we talked about earlier, you mentioned that's several hundred cases probably that you've handled since you've been there.
Oh, with traffic and criminal cases? Oh yeah, at least, if not more.
Yeah, a lot of experience in that regard. The one thing that I think people are going to want to know, and one of the questions I had right off the bat is, why do you want to run for probate juvenile judge?
Well, over the last 21 years of my private practice, the most important and memorable cases that I had dealt with a probate or juvenile type case. On the probate aspect, where I'm dealing with adoptions, where you have an adoptive mother who the joy in her face when that's proved and the adoption is completed, to helping families when they have an elderly individual that is losing their faculties and going through the guardianship process, as well as in the juvenile side, where protecting the health and safety of a juvenile when that juvenile would happen to be in an abusive situation.
Yeah, sure. So these are areas of the law that touch people infrequently, but they're very, very critical. And I think one of the things that we've really found in dealing with you and in preparing for this is the caring nature and the fact that you're so dedicated to what you're finding in your dealing in your practice. So the married to the law part is the right description, I think, for your time.
Well, actually, I've lived the law, I've raised in the law, and as I talk to my friends, they say that you are married to the law.
That's great. Well, Matt, I appreciate the time you gave us today. We'll be back again in future episodes to talk more about your race, and in particular about what the Putnam County Juvenile Probate Court is like and what's involved with that. So thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Tony.
We'll see you next time.